Welcome to Midweek Mountains. There's Lori. Shoot.
Hello.
Monitor.
That's because I've been working at my desk and you take over everything with his monstrosity. Sit up here. How's everybody this Wednesday evening? I got
Good evening, everybody.
Start, so I'm
Wait
losing
until
my
last
tan.
minute. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to get to the tanning beds or something because I'm losing my tan too, and we got a cruise in a month and a half. Yeah, gonna get burnt if we don't get a base tan.
I know. Yeah, go back to see who's got some
Let's see.
comments
We got
coming
some
in.
Comments coming in.
Oh, hello.
Darian, welcome.
Hello. Driving and listening. Well, please
Driving
be
and
careful.
listening.
Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us tonight on this fabulous Wednesday.
Absolutely.
I should say this very cold
Yes,
Wednesday.
It is a cold evening. We are all preparing for this winter storm that's going to be coming through. They're predicting 4 to 6 inches of snow on Friday. Brr.
It's always on a darn Friday or Saturday.
Always does seem to be.
I've been complaining about that all week.
Yeah, she's been complaining about that for years. Because it's always a Friday or a Saturday morning.
And that
when we get
that's
snow.
When tourists are here. That's when
messes up our weekend.
Yeah, and staff want to work, and and
yeah.
Anyways,
so anyway, what do we have on the agenda tonight? We're talking about
go ahead.
Collectibles. We're talking about things that you collect throughout your travels.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And how does one start a collection?
Well, just see something that you like and say, you know what? Every place I go, I'm gonna pick up something from there as a remembrance, whatever it happens to be.
And you know what Corey collects?
Good evening, Scott.
Hi, Scott. He's
Welcome
driving
in.
too. Be careful. Thank you for stopping in. He collects hats.
Yes, sometimes.
You have.
I have a lot of hats.
So many hats.
Yeah.
And then he has a hat rack, and then he doesn't use his hat rack. It's just not big enough.
It's not big enough.
He needs another hat rack.
I need something that'll hold more hats.
Yeah. And
I got too many.
Why didn't you pull a hat? This is a Balsam Falls hat. So that's not even a travel hat.
It's not even a travel hat.
Golly.
But I stopped buying hats. I mean, the last hat I bought was, well,
the
last
okay, guys,
location themed hat that I bought was in Alaska.
Backpedaling, just so y'all know. Okay. If you could see his face as he thinks about how it's not a location hat.
Yeah. Well, okay. I bought a Panama hat when we were in Puerto Rico, but
that was the last trip we were on. You bought a hat.
Yeah. Well, I wanted a Panama hat for a long time.
He's the collector of hats.
I kind of am. I like my hats.
I mean, I used to collect hats.
Yeah.
But I don't wear them because they don't fit my head. And okay, I'm going to bring this up because y'all know. And if you don't know, you're going to know real soon. Lori is short. Lori has a little head.
Lori's got a little head.
And so I cannot find hats that fit my head, at least the way they should. I mean, if you look at Corey here, he has, 2 inches or an inch from the top of his ear to the top of his hat?
Yeah.
Right? For me, it goes an inch below my ear. And so it's cut off, and then it comes like all the way down to here. So they're just not very comfortable.
Well, we didn't come in here tonight to talk about hats.
No, you did not.
But Darian says, looking forward to Helen.
I know we got to get on that. We have nowhere to stay, Darian.
Yeah, we got to book our hotel.
Yeah.
We got to do that. But
hello.
Down Under Cruisers. G'day.
Welcome in.
G'day, folks. Welcome. So, of course, we'd love to hear from you guys as to what you collect. But we're going to
Yes.
talk tonight a little bit about the things that we collect in our travels. And you know what? What did it all start with? Our first road trip together.
Hmm.
Yes, Happy New Year to you two Down Under
Thank you.
cruisers.
Happy
Thank
New
you,
Year.
thank you. What was the first thing that we bought? We went on a road trip.
Technically, it
Oh.
would have been keychains. However,
Well, yeah, I guess.
but
Some people collect keychains, I guess. But one of the very first things that we bought, and something that we still have and that we still collect, is refrigerator magnets. And that right there was on our first road trip together. I had to go on a
you
trip for
can't
work
see it, I don't think. But
from Florida up to Pennsylvania
Mhm.
and back to pick up a piece of equipment. And we drove through West Virginia.
I did turn
I
it
don't-
over. You can,
I don't know if you can see it, but this is a wolf head that's carved out of West Virginia coal. And it says handcrafted from coal in somewhere West Virginia. I don't know. Half the label's gone. But anyway, so that was one of the first things that we started collecting, and we really started out kind of slow.
Well,
we didn't have many
and
for a long time.
I forgot that was actually from West Virginia
Yeah.
until he was like, "Well, you're going to take our first magnet." I was like, "Which one?" And I'm like looking and looking, and he was like, "The wolf." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
I remember getting that in West Virginia. And then we bought when we were in England. I think we only came back with one magnet from England, and
Do we
that
have
was
one from England?
the
Oh,
Cernabis giant magnet.
I did not pull that. It's a
Didn't pull that.
family-friendly show.
Yeah, it's a family-friendly show. If you're not familiar with the Cernabis giant, go look him up.
Yeah, and you'll
And
understand,
you'll understand why
I
it's a family-friendly show.
Yes.
And we're not going to show you that magnet.
No, we're not.
But yeah, over the years, of course, our favorite place to go in the world, St. Martin. We've got a refrigerator magnet for that, and we started doing that. So as we travel, we pick up pretty much every place that we've been in the past few years. We've started picking up magnets. We picked up a magnet in Helen last year.
We did. I didn't pull that one though.
No, didn't pull that one. And
this one's hard to see because it's.
Yeah. So that's a ship magnet for Icon of the Seas.
There you go. I think you can see
Lights
it
are
now.
reflecting off of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of a fun one to do because you can stick those up on your refrigerator. I don't know about you, but
We have a really cool one from
Hey,
Celebrity
hey.
Cruises that we were going to take out. Hello,
Scott,
hello, welcome in.
Good to see you in tonight. So yeah, the magnets is probably the oldest thing that we collected, and it's starting to fill up our refrigerator. If you haven't seen it, you put up a post.
Mm-hmm.
I think in the past week, wasn't it, or was it New Year's?
It was New Year's.
Yeah, on New
It
Year's.
was around New Year's.
Laurie put up a post with basically our refrigerator.
And yeah, the alphabets, the magnets that we got for the kids that we've had for like 7 years.
Yeah.
And there's like so many
And
missing.
all our different magnets and stuff.
Yeah, like I just took them out and I was like,
Letters.
oh, I'm going to put this over here and this over here. And it just kind of morphed into
that's it.
that.
I was like, hey, let's make a crossword puzzle
Mm.
with all kinds of travel related stuff. And it came out pretty cool. But
so make sure that you guys tell us what you guys.
Yeah. Let us know what you collect in the comments.
If you do. I know Sherry and Danny collect stuff because I think we talked about it at one point.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't remember what exactly I think there were a couple things, but yeah.
Now years ago, when I would travel to different states, I would get a coffee mug from each state that I went to, and so I had coffee mugs from every state that I had visited, pretty much. Stop
I
doing
have
that.
never seen any of the mugs.
We got a Texas mug in the cabinet. All the rest of them.
That was actually, we bought that for
gone.
your daughter, and she
Yeah.
left it here. And so that's how we got that.
Yeah. And we don't collect. We have purchased a couple. You can see behind me back here is one ship model.
Yeah.
And behind you, if you turn a little bit, come this way, there's another ship model. So I don't really collect ship models.
No.
But those two were kind of important. This one right here is Adventure or Freedom of the Seas.
Mm-hmm.
That was our first cruise together.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, over there behind Laurie is Icon of the Seas.
Signed by the captain.
Yeah. The only reason I bought that ship model was because of the inaugural cruise was coming out to sign the ship.
Yeah.
For you.
And we had like little things from cruises and stuff.
Yeah. The models are full of ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we hang on to our key cards. We started doing that.
Can I do this? Because so it was on the day of the magnets when I was kind of getting into the whole travel stuff on the fridge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've always kept our keys. We've never really talked about, I'm keeping my key, or this, that, and the other. We've just always kept the keys, and they just kind of pile up. And he's like, yeah, I'm making them magnets. I'm like, what? Yeah. And so we started making the magnets and putting them on the other side of the fridge now.
Yeah. So I just bought a box of business card sticky magnets, adhesive magnets that you could stick on a business card, and stuck them on the back of our room cards.
Should I go grab? Well, I mean, everybody knows what a card looks like, so I guess I don't have to do
that's
that.
fine.
Yeah.
Yep. And just so we can just kind of put them up on the fridge, and remember, always have a record of the trips that we've taken.
We're trying, because now we haven't been on that many, but it's now been like what, 2 years, a little more than 2 years, and so
quite.
Well, the first one was September.
Yeah, this coming September will be 2 years since we took our first cruise together.
Okay, well, it feels a lot longer than that. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And so I'm already like, okay, wait, which one was that one? When did we go? Which ship was that? And what ports did we go to?
Right.
I mean, I'm already forgetting. Imagine, 5 years from now.
when you racked up a few more cruises under your belt.
Yeah.
All right. Now, anybody that has watched any of our videos, especially when we're in port, there's one name that you hear mentioned over and over and over again.
Are you bringing this up?
What would that be?
I don't know. Corey wears lots of hats.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hats. That's the word. Hat.
No.
No.
Not hats.
No. Cheers.
No.
Sláinte.
No. you hear cheers a lot in our videos, but that's
no takers. No takers. All right.
Pandora.
I think you should say that one more time.
Pandora. Yes.
I'm visualizing the Pandora.
Yes.
All slow motion. Yes.
Pandora's box. Yes.
So.
A continual expense. So yeah. I've said it before. That's probably one of the most expensive things we own.
It is not. I have. Oh my God! I don't have my glasses.
Each one of those little charms runs about $100 in the port.
It's a little less than.
A little less than, but close enough.
Yeah, I have a St. Kitts. I have Nassau. It's dark, so it's hard for me to see with my old eyes.
And you've only had that
St.
about
Martin,
2 years. You bought it in St. Martin.
Alaska, Carousel, Puerto Rico, San Juan, I said Alaska, right? Yeah, that's it. I
But
haven't
you have a
gotten
lot
one
more
in
than that.
every port, but no. The one that I seem to get is a circular one that has
Yeah,
to
the
do with the
Aruba one
travel.
too.
I said Aruba.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So all the circles are my travel ones. And so I need more danglies. I tried to tell that I needed for the holidays some dangles, but
You said you wanted a pickleball one, so I got you a pickleball one.
he did.
And it's a dangly.
I wear it as a necklace though, because it wasn't.
Okay.
Anyway, so yes, I collect Pandora. But where's yours? So Corey started collecting his own.
I'll get to that towards
Oh, we're just gonna talk about my stuff.
the end. Wow.
All right.
That one's one that a lot of people probably haven't heard of, so we'll stick it
Okay.
on at the end. And it's
All right.
it's not a promotion or anything, because I wish I had a sponsorship or something, and I could give you a discount code or something
Well,
like
why
that.
don't you
But
ask? See if you can.
I've looked on their website.
No,
They
they
didn't
don't do
really
that.
have
Okay.
anything. So
Well, and there is only one other thing that I can think of that we actually collect.
yeah.
And
And
so
this is even newer than
yeah.
Than anything else, pretty much.
And we won't always make sure. Sometimes we'll get one of each in a specific port, but sometimes we'll get one or the other as well.
Yeah, sometimes
It just
that's
depends. If we don't like
We
what
may
we
get
see,
a
we're not going to
magnet.
get it.
Or we may get what? A Christmas ornament. Yeah.
I'll put it over here so you can see it better.
So
this is one of my favorites.
yeah,
I like
you got
this
that
one.
in Alaska.
Yeah, this was an actual leaf.
It was a leaf that they did something to, and
it's birch.
Birch leaf. So gleaming white bark of the silver birch. This product contains a real leaf that has been carefully selected, preserved, and transformed from nature into treasure. So it's like italicized, skeletonized leaf.
Yeah,
cool.
And this is probably the same state.
And so we're thinking about getting a small, like a 3-foot Christmas tree just for travel ornaments or something.
Oh no, that's St. Martin.
Oh, so there's a St. Martin.
It's the Dutch. You can't really see it because of the light, but
the Delft.
Yeah. This one's heavy and it's breakable, so we don't put it on right now.
Not with our cats, no. They sure are.
And this year, you guys, as you know, that we were in some tournaments, pickleball tournaments, and the Candy Can Classic, and they actually gave us I don't even know where it's best to kind of see. But,
tilted.
Oh, there you go. They were giving these out. I was like, yeah, I'll take that. Yep. Perfect, right on our thing. And
that one's pretty cool. A little Aruba.
Sand dollar. Well, it's not really a real sand dollar, it's just painted on. Painted on what feels like a piece of wood.
Huh.
Maybe.
Yeah. Definitely. Anyway.
And this one, I remembered that I got this on a gift. So we didn't actually buy this, but how fun is this?
Little cruise ship ornament.
Yeah.
All right.
That is, I just kind of picked a
PK
few.
Adventures, welcome in.
So we were just talking about what we collect, and some of the things that we collect are magnets. Corey collects hats.
I mentioned that I used to collect coffee cups from the different states. So you go to a rest stop or something in the state, look, and they always have coffee cups with that state name on it or whatever. But Starbucks actually has, if you're into Starbucks, I'm not really.
Oh, yay. We got somebody who
Yeah,
talked
all
about
right. So
that.
PK, well, I'll get back to that story in a second. PK Adventures, we collect sand from all the beaches we visit, magnets and stickers. Oh, yeah, I can't forget the stickers. That's something that we didn't mention.
Yeah. We got
Yeah,
some
I
of
mean,
those.
you just look at your water bottle and you got,
St. Martin and Juneau, Rock City, Ketchikan. Oops, sorry. That's it. I thought I had other ones on here. Denali, it's on there.
yeah. Wow. So they have approximately 50 samples of sand as of today.
Wow.
That's a lot.
The sand I've ever taken was from Fort Lauderdale Beach.
Okay.
We still have some.
Yeah. Back to the coffee cups. Starbucks apparently, I'm not big into Starbucks, but they apparently have coffee cups that are co-branded with the ships that have a Starbucks on them.
You know what? I do remember hearing that.
And I've seen them. So you could get, if you're on the Icon of the Seas, you could get a Starbucks Icon of the Seas coffee mug. And I think Starbucks in different states or cities, especially big cities and things, will have one that's branded for that too. So something that to consider if you're into to coffee cups or something like that.
Yeah.
I know I can never have enough coffee cups, especially big ones. I hate a little coffee cup.
And we run out of room in our cabinet.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we don't get rid of anything. We just keep adding.
We just keep, yeah.
And then, like Corey said, we're thinking about buying a second tree for our travel tree.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to get rid of anything. We're just going to add another tree.
Well, anyway.
Oh, yeah, there's that too. And of course, if you're videoing them, then you'll remember them more and more. Yeah.
And that's true, when we started
Down Under Cruisers say they collect a bucket load of memories.
Yes, bucket load of memories. And we're kind of collecting that ourselves, in all of these vlogs, 20 years from now, we can go back and watch these on YouTube and be like, boy,
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things that
who are those young people?
Yeah, I mean, like, wow, I used to think I looked terrible, but man, I looked kind of young.
But one last thing.
Like, oh yeah, remember that year you shaved your head?
Yeah, it's growing back now.
It is growing back.
So, so let's see. PK says, agreed. My coffee cups need to be at least 20 ounces, not more.
I've only had 1 cup of coffee today, 20 some ounces of coffee. So yeah, you've had quite a few cups of coffee.
Yeah, well, I mean, my thermal mug is probably 24 ounces at least.
Oh my gosh, I tried to keep that in.
Not more.
I think my teacup is 20. Or my teacup is 20 ounces at least, I think.
I make 8 cups of coffee in the morning, and that pretty much fills my mug. So
8 cups, y'all. That's a lot of coffee.
Yeah, maybe it's 32. I don't know.
Jeez. Yeah. All right.
Hey, gotta have my coffee. All right. So the one thing I wanted to share with some of you guys, if you're not, especially the guys, if you're not into Pandora, but you want to commemorate, the places that you've been with something that you can look at every once in a while. About 6 weeks ago, I came across this thing called the Wander Club. And they make little tokens that you can get um, from places that you visited. So I decided, why not? Let me order some, see what they look like. They come in a neat little package like this. It kind of looks like a passport. And inside, it's got another little, really nice marketing stuff. And let's see if I can put this up there. No, it's not going to. Anyway, you can look it up. Everything's packaged really nice. It comes in a little, all your tokens come in a little felt pouch.
Oh, that's the first time you said token. You didn't know what it was.
They're tokens.
Yeah, but we didn't know. You just said token. I didn't hear you say, did he?
Yeah.
You probably did, but no.
So, and you can get kind of a hanger keychain for it too. So these are the tokens that I've gotten so far. They're a lot cheaper than Pandora charms.
They're not as pretty.
Not as pretty, but I don't know if you can be able to see these or not. But anyway, you've got different.
Can you take it off the? Is it hard to take it off?
Well, let's see if I can take one of these off, or take one of these. I got so. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Come back a little bit. Come back towards you. No, I can't see what it says.
Yeah, you can't. It's still wanting to focus on
your hands,
on my hand or something. But anyway,
let me try.
So they've got all the states, all 50 states. They've got little divider tokens that. So you've got U.S. states.
You can kind of see that there's something written around it, but
they've got national parks. They've got all the countries around the world. They've got continents, and you can create custom tokens too for. They've got all the ballparks, so baseball parks. You can collect those. Anyway, so this one that I've got right here is South Carolina. Says the Palmetto State, and got the outline of the state on it. And so it's a cool little token.
What does St. Martin look like?
Well, let's see. Countries. I put them on my.
Oh, you have one for countries and one for states?
Yeah. So I've got countries and I've got states and I've got national parks. So there's St. Martin.
Oh,
side, yeah. And then there's also a St. Martin, the French side.
Their flag. Okay, so it's their flags.
So it's got their flags. Yeah, most of the countries have the country's flags on them. There's Aruba. I don't have all of the places that I've been, but I've got a good number of them. I kind of looked out. They were having a Black Friday sale, and it was buy one, get one free. So maybe look out for that next year if it's something you're interested in. So you can, hang that on your luggage or whatever. And as you go visit new places, just order a few more tokens. And I don't think I have all the states I've been to yet. I've got most of them. Eventually, I'd like to get all 50 states, go to all 50 states.
Well, I mean,
but
make sure you travel with me if you go to all 50 states.
Yeah.
Right? You guys, you should take me. Yes.
Of course. Of course, we're going to try to. But anyway, it's an interesting little company. They got a Facebook group where people talk about tokens that they'd like to have, and you can make suggestions for things like that. They warranty all their stuff, so if you have a token that gets damaged or something like that, and I guess depending on how much you move around with them, they could get scraped up or something. But they do warranty them, and they'll replace them.
What's the warranty?
If you damage it, you just tell them, "Hey, I got this token. It got damaged, or the paint scraped off, or whatever," and they'll send you a new one.
Go.
So pretty cool. And I heard from someone about using these little braided steel cable keychains instead of the hard metal ones. especially when you end up with so many little tokens. But anyway, I thought it was a cool idea,
Yeah.
a
Like,
neat little collectible.
you're like the traveler.
Yeah, especially when you travel. If you travel, because you can look at it and it's like, oh, have I been there, or do I need to go there, or like the national parks? I thought that I'd been to a lot of national parks, but when I started going through them, I really haven't been to that many. I've been through Death Valley. We went to Denali together this past summer. I've been to the Gateway Arch, the Grand Canyon, of course, Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and Glacier Bay, and Petrified Forest.
Okay,
And
I've been to 3 of those.
I think that's the only ones that
Yeah.
I've been to. So, a lot of national parks out there. And if you guys didn't hear the news, I heard it last night.
Did you research it?
I didn't research it, but I watched the video. Jevin Dovey, I don't know if you guys are familiar with him or not. He's a YouTube photographer, basically, or videographer. He does a lot of stuff on videography. He put out a video yesterday. Apparently, Congress passed a new bill on January 4th. I think it was like called the Explorers Bill or something like that, that basically made it legal again for YouTubers like us to film in national parks without a permit. So I don't know if anybody knows that, but for the past 4 or 5 years, you have not been allowed to film for commercial purposes, which YouTube is considered a commercial purpose, within national parks.
Yeah.
Congress
Which
has
is why we
just,
don't have a lot of that content.
yes, that's why you don't have that much content on the national parks, is because it's been illegal unless you pay $300 to, the National Park Service for a 1-day very limited permit that you got to schedule 90 days out in advance. Now all that's gone. As long as you have less than 6 people on your filming crew and you're not interfering with regular park operations, you can go in and you can film in national parks now. So look forward to seeing more national park videos coming out.
Yes. I'd like to explore them with you.
There were several YouTubers who got in serious trouble, mostly back during the COVID shutdown. And they got called on the carpet by the National Park Service and, threatened with $2,000 fines and such for not having the right paperwork to film their vlogs in a national park. So now you don't have to worry about that. And that is excellent news. So
thank you for sharing.
Yeah. Thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's been kind of a frustration of mine for a long time. Ever since we started, really, when I found out that, you can't film in national parks.
Yeah.
So very happy to hear that Congress got a clue and realized that.
Well, and I wonder if, they thought about the fact where YouTubers are putting out this content and you're showing these places and people want to go.
It's free advertising for the national parks.
Right. And that, so that kind of gets them more money because you get more traffic because it's getting more exposure.
Yeah. And I mean, just this past year, I believe, Smoky Mountains National Park
started charging
for parking. So you have to buy a parking permit before you go in the park if you're going to stop and, stop anywhere with your car and park it. So, and apparently they made boatloads of money.
Yeah, it was extremely, I don't know, profitable, but it's
very profitable to the park.
Yes, and they need it. Yeah. It's a big area, and there's a lot to maintain.
There's a lot to maintain, but so with that said, we will, I'm sure, be coming out with some national parks content, especially the Smoky Mountains National Park, because I mean,
it's
we're
right here.
Yeah, we can get to the park entrance in 30 minutes or less. So cool.
Mm-mm.
All right. I wish we had.
Oh, I mean, I can go do more show and tell, but that would be boring for you guys, especially people that are driving.
Driving done for the night. Yay.
Yay.
You know, and come to think about it, we did film a good bit in Denali, but we kind of squeaked that by, I guess.
Oh.
I didn't think about it. Oops. And Glacier Bay. Oops.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Well, we're lucky.
I
It's
guess we
done
didn't
now.
think about it at the time.
No, we didn't. No.
But so it goes.
So what do you think some common items are that people collect?
Well, I mean, think about what you see in the souvenir shops. See, lots of keychains, lots
Shot
of coffee
glasses.
cups, shot glasses. Yeah, I know a lot of
Yeah.
people collect shot glasses, spoons.
Spoons?
It's not as big of a thing now as it used to be.
You know, my
But it
aunt
used to
collects
be.
forks, but I don't know if she gets them from everywhere she goes, or if she just finds just an interesting fork. And you know, it's interesting, and I don't know if this is part of it or not, but there's a story that they used to say that I can't remember if it was her that threw the fork and hit my mom in the head, or if my mom hit it and hit her in the head. But yeah, there's a story about a fork, and I wonder if that was where the fork collecting came from. But anyway,
I remember hearing a story about my grandfather. He threw a fork at his brother and stuck it right there between his eyes.
Yeah, like I heard that. Yeah, I don't. So anyway, there's forks and spoons, and
well, glad to hear your driving's done and that you made it safely there, Scott.
Yeah, yes. Do you collect anything?
Yeah. Let us know what you guys collect. But yeah, spoons, like sugar
the ones
spoons.
that we got from London.
Did we get spoon from London?
Oh yeah, we did. On our honeymoon.
Okay. Yeah.
And if I see the small spoon, I kind of like to get them, but I don't use them as much as I used to.
And I've
because
seen
we
people
don't do
who
the
collected
sugar.
spoons before, and they'll have like a rack on the wall that all their little spoons are on.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Shot glasses, golf balls, and now casino chips.
Oh.
Okay.
Casino chips.
Casino chips.
You know, I went to Italy in the 90s, mid 90s, and that was before they had euro in Italy. They had lira.
Yeah.
And I actually have some lira. I can't say that I collect it specifically, but that's something that, I was like, I came home with.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool if you go to a country that's got different coinage or whatever. I remember when we were in England, the 1 pound coins were kind of cool looking.
Mm-hmm. Did we bring any home?
No, I don't think we did. I think we spent them all.
Yeah, it was easy to do.
It was like silver with gold around it or something like that, wasn't it?
I don't know. Anybody from that area, you make sure you tell us.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I mean, casino chips, that's one I hadn't thought about before, but I mean,
I would want to turn those in and get the money.
Well, yeah, but I mean, hey, if it's $1 chip,
oh yeah, I guess
that's cheaper than a souvenir.
Any
souvenir you buy. So,
Scott, I think you're onto something.
I think you're onto something there, Scott. I don't want you to take those home, but what are they going to do about it?
Yeah, I mean, it's yours if you. I mean, right?
Yeah, and I mean, a good casino chip is kind of a heavy duty item too. Kind of cool.
Yeah.
But
I wonder if I see something else in your future.
Maybe. I don't know. Depends on whether it says like.
It depends on what it says
on that chip, or if it just says Royal Caribbean or whatever.
We'll find out in I don't know how many days. The countdown.
6 weeks. What's the countdown?
Oh, I have my phone in my pocket. It's in my pockets. Huh? Did I say something that made you laugh?
44 days.
days.
44 days. And we will be with Sherry
from Awesome Sunsets.
from Awesome Sunsets and her group cruise on the Icon of the Seas.
Check-in was yesterday.
Yeah, or 12 o'clock this morning. And what time did we get?
We got the
boarding?
first time, 11:30
First slot,
to
11:30. Oh, Laurie was on it this time.
Corey went to bed.
Yeah, I went to bed.
And then apparently at like 12:30, so like a half hour after it technically opened, it was a few minute lag. They were already at 12:30 to 1, and within a half hour. So,
all right. Scott says I get the $5 denomination. No, they don't have that much in it, so usually there's no problem just walking up to a table and asking for one. Okay.
Oh, so you don't gamble and get one?
Ah.
Aha. Well, there you go. Even cheaper.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost you any money.
I rarely walk away from the table with any chips, but
I do.
Well,
when I sometimes.
So if I have enough money, I'm sitting down at a blackjack table, which is rare anyway. But
yeah, my dad said that he wanted to gamble. He's like, but you have to do it with me, because it just seems that every time we play on a table or do something together, we both win.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did that on the Odyssey.
Yeah,
and I was there.
Yeah,
and Brad, our son-in-law, was there.
So what happened was
pretty good on that roulette table.
We didn't gamble all week really, and we had a bunch of we kind of
budget ourselves.
Like
if you didn't know, we give ourselves $20 a day.
Yeah.
So
I'm just singing ironic.
Isn't it iconic? Don't you
I love it.
Just too iconic.
So we budget. We're cheap, so we budget like $20 a night.
Yeah.
And we play the slots. And so one night we'll save an extra amount of money and we'll do that. So like if we don't play, then we have a little extra money. And so this was last year on the Odyssey, because my last year's birthday cruise. And I wanted to go to the casino, and everybody was like not winning and not really doing any of that.
It was the last night, and
and
nobody really wanted to do anything.
Scott said that he's not lucky. Yeah, we don't do a lot of gambling either, but sometimes we do, and
and I have had very poor luck on the cruise ships.
Yes, and so it's not my thing. I'd rather spend my money somewhere
in St. Martin, on the other hand, at the casino by our timeshare, I win every single year.
The Casino Royale.
Yeah, Casino Royale. I mean, at least a couple of nights.
He'll take that $20 and
I'll take that $20 and I'll play for an hour or more.
Mm-hmm.
And at least a couple of nights out of the week, I'm walking out of there with $150.
Sometimes.
Almost every year that we've gone, I have walked away with more money than I spent there.
Nice.
At some point. Yeah. So
I'm gonna finish my story now about
go ahead.
The Odyssey. And so I was like, come on, Dad, do you want to go to the casino? No, I don't want to go. And I was like, anybody else? And I think Brad was like, I probably shouldn't go. He's like, but no, I'll go. You're like, I'll go. And so he comes back and he was like, all right, let's go. So we go, and we were all sitting. It was pretty much our own table.
Yeah.
We were playing blackjack.
Oh, you were playing blackjack?
We were playing blackjack then.
Oh.
That wasn't roulette. Was it? Did we play roulette?
Yeah. Because that was pretty much the only time I had played roulette, or the first time I played roulette. We went to the other
casino here and played blackjack together and won.
Yeah, that was here.
Yeah, okay. So I guess we played roulette, and hello, Ekniki.
Let's see. We got Scott Smith saying I've done well on Carnival and very bad on Royal and Princess. Well, we won't be on a Carnival cruise until July.
Yeah,
so that'll be our first Carnival. And Hikanuki World Tour, welcome in, welcome in.
Well, at least it
One
was
of
a
your
little.
favorite subjects. Just got back from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Ah,
So we were playing
lost a little
roulette,
bit
and
of
my
money.
dad was playing all these numbers and stuff, and he was hitting. He was hitting big.
Oh, he was hitting
Everything
big.
that he lost, he won and then some.
Yeah, because he had lost money throughout the week.
That's why he didn't want to go.
That's why he didn't want to go. But
And
I mean,
so he ended up cashing out a winner. Did you lose or Brad lose? One of you guys lost. One of you guys broke even.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was, and then I won.
Yeah.
And so it was actually yeah. So that's why my dad wants to gamble with me again, because now we've gambled
Laurie's is good luck charm.
Yeah, two or three times together, and we've done pretty good. So
yeah. So Laurie's dad is kind of coming with us on another cruise.
Isn't it ironic?
Yes.
Don't you think? And I won $90 on the last cruise we were on. My birthday.
On New Amsterdam?
Yes, it was my birthday. And they were feeding me drinks while I was standing there. And I ended up.
Was that roulette too?
That was roulette. Yeah. I love it, but it costs so much money, and it's so hard. And I play so conservative that I was sat there for probably 1 hour or two.
Yeah. And that's the thing about roulette. I mean, it doesn't really cost that much.
Although
not compared to blackjack. I mean, blackjack,
Yeah, you can get a $5 table, and
if you can find a $5 table, most of the time it's going to be 15.
I need to retract something. I did not win at the roulette table. I won on the slots, and I took it to the roulette table, and I played.
And lost it there.
I was kind of losing a little bit, and then I had a couple of hits, and I broke even, and then I took it. So I did end up a winner. I just didn't win it on the roulette table.
Yeah. I mean, I love playing blackjack, but you got to have a stake to play blackjack. Yeah, I mean, you got to have 10 to 20 hands worth of money. But Hikanuki says roulette is fun, but the trend towards 000 roulette is terrible. I refuse to play those tables.
Yeah.
I don't know much about that.
I try to find one that's the least amount that I can play. And, I watch it for a while, and, there's, is it rigged or fixed or whatever? I don't know, but
yeah.
You get all the same numbers that keep coming out, and then
that does seem a little bit odd when you think about it. You see the same numbers, and they've got the screen that'll list all the previous numbers, and it's like, all right, well, I'd say that this should come up or something, something like that, and doesn't ever seem to play out that way.
But speaking of gambling, since this is a topic that you guys are a little interested in, there's that guy on YouTube that did the whole cruise for free by playing craps.
Yeah.
If you can follow that, because it's about how long you play, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name. We watched the videos a couple times.
I think it's Holy Roller or something like that. But the casino is a thoroughfare to the restaurant or the theater. Yes.
And most nights it is for us too.
Yeah.
But sometimes I get sucked in. But.
When you got $20 a night, you're there for 10, 15 minutes maybe.
And I will say that, because we do the $20 on the slots for the most part, the penny slots. And there hasn't really been many good games. Like, we have a few games that Corey and I like, you know, and I don't like all the new stuff because you can't win on all that stuff because it's all electronic based. And I don't believe that you can win, but so I try to find some of the old school stuff, but
Scott says, I play 25-cent poker, $15 blackjack is becoming the norm, but I find a $10 every once in a while. I did find a $1, but you also had to place a $1 side bet. Okay.
Is that like insurance?
well, different tables have different things.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll have, you know,
We should get my dad down here now.
they'll
We're
have a
talking
side bet
about
for something. But,
gambling.
yeah.
Hey, Dad, come here. Come talk to us about gambling.
I mean, I've always loved blackjack. When I was much younger, I went to Vegas for a convention, and my boss at the time sat me down at a Spanish 21 table.
What is that?
Spanish 21 is similar to blackjack, but the rules are a little bit
Okay.
different, and it pays out a little bit different. But he sat me down and gave me his money and said, "I'm going to teach you how to play blackjack." So he did, and after about an hour, I said, "All right, here's your money back. I'm going to take this $100 out of my pocket and play blackjack with that." And I don't know what we were playing, $5 tables or something. This, like I say, this was, 25 years ago.
Ooh, long time ago.
And I ended up leaving Vegas with over $500.
Really?
Yep.
Hmm.
And
I never saw
wasn't
that.
even playing
No, I didn't
playing
even know
blackjack.
that.
I was playing Spanish 21, which supposedly is, not even the odds are not in your favor quite as much as they are with blackjack.
May the
but
odds
I've
forever be
always
in your favor.
I've always since then had a love of blackjack.
So we've had 3 references to things tonight. Isn't it ironic? Was one. The apocalypse was another. And the one that I just said was, may the odds ever be in your favor.
Yeah,
Just having a little fun, y'all.
All right. Well, I think we wasted enough.
If there's anyone new here that
Yeah.
has not shared with us, if they collect anything, let us know real quick before we
Yep.
end for the night. Hikanuki, I don't know if you guys collect any kind of trinkets or we collect magnets, Pandora, and your Wanderer thing.
Yeah. This is the Wander Club where you can get the little tokens for every place that you visit. And, like I say, they're like $10 a piece, depending on what it is. I think maybe the ballparks or something are 12 or whatever. But you can find them on buy one, get one sales.
And ornaments.
They're pretty cool.
We collect.
And ornaments, but
Woo.
and Scott said, I think so. I guess talking about Spanish 21. Didn't play because I don't completely understand how that works. I love blackjack, yes. I've actually, when I got back from that Vegas trip, I bought a book on Spanish 21 from a guy telling you how to play it.
Fun fact about Corey, he used to be a blackjack dealer.
Yeah, for about 3 weeks.
No, it was more than that. 3 months.
No, I was on the floor for 3 weeks. I had
maybe
6 weeks of training.
Oh, they collect magnets.
Oh, there you go. Magnets. Yeah. Yeah, we've got a refrigerator full of magnets.
See Rock City. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is this the one we went to like 3 times?
Yeah.
in like a weekend. It was right across from where we were staying. We were staying at the Chanticleer.
Chanticleer.
Bed and breakfast. I think it was not a bed and breakfast.
On Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga.
And that was pretty awesome.
Yep.
Rock
City, Rock City and Ruby Falls. If you lived in the Southeast, that's used to be painted on the barns. But it's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to take Lori there, but that was before we started vlogging. So no video.
Oh, we don't have any video? Oh, no, that's right.
Yeah. That was
we did that for our anniversary, so maybe we can go back.
Yeah. It was our anniversary 3 years ago, I think.
Oh my gosh.
So
anyways.
Gotta go back. Yeah.
About your your former career. Scott wants to hear about your former career.
My former career.
We kicked him out of the brewery because I couldn't pay him anymore and told him he had to get a job outside of the brewery. And so he went to the casino because there's a casino not too far from us.
Yeah.
And starts.
That's pretty much it. Yeah. it was the early days of our brewery, and she couldn't pay me anymore, and I needed to earn money somehow. So went through the dealer class at the Harris Cherokee Casino, and passed it. Got out on the floor, did that for about 3 weeks, and you can make pretty good money as a dealer.
Yeah, but you had an opportunity fall in your lap,
Yeah,
I think.
I had an opportunity to go back to a former job,
making
making as much money.
Yeah.
And so I did that. So I worked full time at that job with a 2-hour commute every day.
An hour one each way.
Yeah,
So
2
2
hours a
hours.
day. And then I'd come back to the brewery and make beer.
Yeah.
And keg beer and keep the beer flowing. So, yeah.
But the Reed House? Chanticleer was awesome.
Yeah,
Corey was like,
Chanticleer.
"Oh, it's too nice. We have,
Yeah.
we could stay somewhere else." I was like, "No, I want the experience." I
We wanted
enjoyed
the
it very much.
experience, and the weather was horrible that weekend.
But it was really eerie though,
it was
because
eerie because
you're-
everything. I mean, it was like we were in the clouds.
it
the
was
whole weekend.
all fog, and like you couldn't see from here to the monitor. And it was like, it was quiet, and it was like nobody was around. It was like it's kind of like, okay, what's coming out? Behind that shadow of a tree or something. It was pretty cool though.
Yeah. I mean, the Chanticleer was cool because of the location, because you could basically walk to Rock City.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But in fact, we did walk to Rock City
3
twice.
times. I thought we went there 3 times. Twice?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Twice, I think. But I mean, you're sleeping there. I just don't see the point in spending a ton of money for a place to sleep.
It was worth it. He has just a different view. But yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're gonna wrap.
Oh, wait a minute. We got one more thing. Hold
let's
on.
see.
Ooh, you got under the radar. Hey, Ganoogie.
It's funny because we like to collect magnets from all over the world that are all probably produced in the same Chinese factory.
You know what?
Yeah.
You're probably 100% correct.
That is probably true. And Scott says, did y'all go to the Christmas lights at Rock City? No, we have not done that.
That's a thing?
Don't you remember when we were in Rock City? They were setting up the Christmas lights. They were wrapping all the trees with Christmas lights.
In September?
In September.
Oh.
Because they start lighting them in October or whatever.
And
they're probably done now. I got an email about it.
And since we don't have any video, we could go back.
We should go back.
Yes.
Rock City's cool. So is Ruby Falls.
Yeah, that was the other place that we went underneath. We have that picture on the fridge.
Yep, we sure do. If you look at our
I didn't show that side.
Instagram. No, it's not on there.
I didn't show that side.
Okay.
I moved all the family photos to the other side of the fridge with our room keys. Yeah. Because our room keys are now magnets. If you guys missed that.
Yeah.
Do something with your room keys, make them magnets.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. Well, guys, thank you for coming in and listening to us yap for an hour.
Yeah, we appreciate it. At least somebody listens to us.
Yeah. A few people do.
I know after a while, Corey doesn't listen to me anymore.
Anyway, thanks for coming in. We will have some other subject to talk to you about next week. Not sure what, but we'll figure something out.
Next week. Oh, that's Corey's bedtime reminder.
Yeah. No, I think that was your bedtime reminder. But
yes.
Anyway, guys, from peaks to tides.
We'll see you on the next ride.
Bye, guys.